Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we have a new pick a card reading all about discovering who you're meant to be, what your purpose is, and what your destiny is, which I'm so excited to dive into it with you. But before we dive into that, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Skillshare who are kindly sponsoring today's video. If you have not heard of Skillshare before, they're essentially a huge online platform full of classes upon almost any subject that you can think about. I've been using Skillshare for years now and it's one of my favorite platforms, and Skillshare recently just launched their new learning paths section, which is essentially a bunch of curated classes upon your particular subject. So I just recently took this DSLR photography learning path, and there was a bunch of different classes within that about how to take better photos, how to use a DSLR camera, which is what I use for filming my YouTube videos and taking my photographs for my jewelry website. And I've been redoing a bunch of the photos on my jewelry website and learning how to utilize the lighting, the different camera settings, and how to take the best photo has been super helpful in helping me up-level my website and all of that. So if you have something that you're really wanting to learn, if you want to launch your own business, if you want to open an online store, if you want to start a YouTube channel, if you want to learn how to cook better, if you're wanting to learn how to do SEO or make digital art, whatever it is that you are wanting to learn, Skillshare likely has a class on the subject. And with their new learning path section, you can dive deep into any subject so that you can become nearly an expert on the subject, which is really cool and really fun. I highly recommend checking it out. And the first 500 people to click the link down below in the description box get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, which you can take so many classes within 1 month. So I highly recommend trying that out, especially because we're in a new year. If you're wanting to start something, if you had a resolution that you want to reach, now is the time. And again, the first 500 people to click the link down below in the description box get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. And thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right back into today's pick a card reading. Hello my loves, what is up and what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video we have a new pick a card reading all about who you are meant to be. This is about your destiny, your life purpose, what your soul came here to accomplish. We're gonna dive deep into who you are and get information for your highest good at this time about your purpose, your destiny, and who you are meant to be. So if that's what you're curious about, welcome. I cannot wait to dive into this reading for you. So how this works is I have 5 different groups in front of me. Over here we have group number 1 with some rose quartz, group number 2 with some amethyst, group number 3 with some opalite, group number 4 with some sunset ore quartz, and then group number 5 with some peacock ore. So those are our different group options. You can take a moment, pause the video if you would like, in order to find the group or the pile that you are the most drawn towards, because your intuition can tap deep into the energies that are present in each of these piles, and your intuition knows which one matches you and which one matches your destiny and purpose. So tapping into your intuition, pausing the video if you need to take some time, and finding the pile in which you are the most called towards and drawn towards. Sometimes people are drawn to multiple groups, and that just means that you are resonating with multiple piles, and that the answer to your question about what your destiny and purpose is within multiple groups for you. But if you are just drawn to one pile, then that is going to be your group. And then there's timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box, so that you can skip right ahead to your personal prediction and personal reading that is going to reveal your purpose, your destiny, and what you are meant for. So I'm very excited to get into this reading with you. I hope you are too. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, my group number 1s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be a reading. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, my group 1s, we have Alchemist and Advocate as your first 2 cards. Immediately, I'm getting this feeling like you are so good at helping people rise up. You are so good at seeing what's going wrong and how people can really rise up to their potential. So you might have this like knack or this inclination to just help those that are around you. Perhaps if anyone's having an issue, you love to help them solve that issue, and you're also really good at solving issues. You might find that when it comes to other people and their life problems and their different challenges, you are so good at seeing how they can rise above that. You are so good at seeing the positives and the lessons within certain things. So if somebody comes to you with relationship issues, you you are so good at helping them change that around and helping them see the good sides of their situation and helping them truly know their worth and rise up. I feel like you are so good at that. Like, you are people's advocate. And I also feel like you're really good at doing that within yourself. So you've probably come from certain difficult situations that you've learned how to make the best of them. And you're also really good at seeing how you can take positive aspects of a negative situation. You're really good at looking at that and then seeing like, oh, that is the reason why I'm so good at communicating, or that's the reason why I had to grow up so quickly. That's the reason why I know so much at such a young age. Like, you're really good at seeing the positives within the negatives. And because of that, I feel like your mission and part of your purpose in this world is to help alchemize people. You're here to help raise people's level of consciousness. You are here to help rise people up to their potential. And you're also here to do that for yourself. And your life is going to be full of just rising up to the highest potentials. Maybe you're also a big dreamer at times, or at least you help people see their big dreams. But I also feel like you're a big dreamer too, is what I get from this. And that you are also incredibly intelligent. You might have been someone who did really well in school, or you are just kind of like wise beyond your years, whether people recognize that or not. You are wise beyond your years. And perhaps you also get people telling you quite frequently that you're really mature for your age. I feel like even when you were a little kid, you might have had people being like, oh my God, like he or she is already doing that? Oh my God, and they're how young? What? Like, they're so mature for their age. And I feel like you've also just had a knack for having mature conversations and getting along with people that are older than you. So perhaps you got along with your parents' friends quite well and you were able to have like really full conversations with them. Or perhaps you always made friends or were always attracted to hanging out with people that were older than you because you just had that higher level of maturity and they also interested you more. I feel like when you were a kid, you were always interested in hanging out with the older people because it was more interesting and you felt like you could learn more and gain more from that. And then sometimes hanging out with people your own age maybe felt like yes, it's fun, but maybe it wasn't as challenging for you because you were kind of just like a few steps ahead than other people. And I always feel like you seem like somebody who always is thinking a few steps ahead, and you are very future oriented, thinking in those ways. And so again, part of your purpose and your destiny here is to help people balance their situations. You are here to help balance people and to help balance your own life as well, because the things that you learn and gain from your own life is part of your purpose in what you're meant to do with your life, right? So you've had to reconcile old situations. You've had to alchemize old situations and turn, maybe a not so great situation and turn it into something great, to at least extract something good from the bad. That's part of your purpose. And you're also here to help other people see that. So you might be somebody who's interested in psychology, therapy, reading, public speaking, doing some sort of inspirational work, life coaching, doing things where you're helping people rise up and you're helping people change their lives. You're helping people alchemize and rise up and to find balance, to justify situations. So you might also be really interested in laws or politics, or even if you're not interested in those types of things, this can also be reading and speaking up for yourself. So perhaps you've had to learn how to do that in your own life, is like speaking up for yourself and how to find fairness. What does fairness mean? What does boundaries mean? This is like totally putting up boundaries in your life as well. And then we also have Ask Body. Ask Body this has a lot of different meanings. So for one, it can indicate that you will have like an interest in health and well-being. So that could be part of your purpose as well, is like getting into fitness, getting into health, getting into well-being, getting in tune with one's own body. So how is your body speaking to you? How's your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, right? Ask Body can talk about that. It can also talk about body image type of stuff. So perhaps you've had to overcome and learn a lot when it came to your own body image, or your relationship with your body, or listening to what your body truly needs rather than just feeding it what it wants. Because sometimes our body can crave, like cookies, cakes, chips, candy. Our body can crave that, but is that what our body's actually asking for? No. We might have a craving, but it's not what our body's asking for. So for one, I feel like you've also perhaps learned a lot when it came to what your body truly needs emotionally, physically, and mentally. And I feel like that's also going to play a huge part in your purpose, is teaching other people how to get in tune with themselves, to see those deeper aspects of themselves. We also have the Weaver. I feel like you're also going to be very interested in teaching others how to create the life that they truly want, and how to get out of their own way, how to manifest and weave the life that they want. And the knife is also very significant in both the Advocate and in the Weaver card, because it indicates cutting ties. So part of your purpose is also helping people remove negativity from their life, remove negative thinking, remove negative patterns, negative beliefs. So again, I feel like I'm getting this very like therapy, psychology, health type of vibe from this group. So I feel like your purpose is going to be directly correlated to helping people on a very physical, mental, and emotional level to overcome and to heal and to cultivate the life that they really want, how to reap and sow the life that they want, right? We also have play. I feel like part of your purpose is also like, it's not just this cold cut and dry, like, here's how to work the workings of life. Your purpose is also about having fun and enjoying life, right? The balance. And I feel like this is something you are going to face in your life. Perhaps you've already faced this issue before when it came to maybe overworking yourself, or maybe trying to find the balance between play plus work. Perhaps there's been some imbalances that you've had to face in your own life when it came to productivity versus playfulness and just pure enjoyment and fun and relaxation. Your life purpose is about balancing both of those, because you deserve both of those, and everyone on this planet deserves both of those. And that's going to be part of your purpose here as well, is just to play and have fun. And your friendships are deeply part of your purpose. The people that you connect with, maybe perhaps even the life partner that you end up choosing. All of that is part of your purpose, and your mission on this planet is to connect with people, to create really amazing relationships, and to teach people also how to have fun themselves as well, whilst you're also having fun and creating the life of your dreams as well. Let's see what else we get for you. We also have walking away. Ooh, how to cut ties and walk away from things. Okay. There's going to be a moment in your life where I feel like you're going to have to choose to go on your own path. And it might be a path that you didn't plan for yourself, or it might be unexpected even for other people. Maybe you have to walk away from other people's expectations at some point. Perhaps you have to cut ties with something that felt very familiar with you, but you know it's just not meant for you. Walking away can indicate moving to another country and having to walk away. Like, walking away is a very bittersweet type of feeling. It's this feeling like, I know I'm meant for something else, and I know I have to cut ties with this thing, even though it might be hard, it might feel bittersweet, but you know you're meant for something more. This could also be leaving behind a job. Maybe you've invested a lot of time into a career where you're going to change your mind at some point and be like, oh, I'm totally meant for something else. But this is actually part of your destiny, is this big walking away theme. Because wherever it is that you have been, cultivating whatever it is that you've been cultivating yourself in, you're gonna have to do a big like walk away. And again, just to repeat what I'm sort of feeling in this, what I think that this might be for you is either you're gonna have to move really far away from where you're from because you have a bigger calling and you know you're meant to be and live somewhere else. That could be this big walking away feeling, like leaving the nest and walking away from that. This could also be walking away from what was expected of you. So perhaps your parents had a certain expectation of you, like, oh, you're gonna be this, and maybe you've invested a lot of energy and time into that because your parents raised you with this idea that you are gonna be a doctor, or you're gonna be a this, or you're gonna be a that. And then maybe there's gonna be this big walking away part where you're like, you know what, that's actually not me, and that's not meant for me, and I know I'm not meant to be here anymore. And there's going to be this big detachment, this big walking away, leaving behind this other life to go make an entirely new one. There's going to be that big, and this is part of your destiny. So if you feel that, even if you're feeling it right now, and maybe you're in that crossroads right now of looking at this doorway being like, do I make that decision? This is confirmation right here saying that yes, that is absolutely going to be a major part of your destiny and your life. This is meant to be. You are meant to go for more. You're meant to go beyond what those old barriers and those old limitations were. You're not meant to stay stuck there. If you ever have a stuck feeling in your life, it's because you're meant for more, and you're meant to go beyond, okay? So whenever you feel that barrier, that limitation, and you're feeling a little bit restrained and stuck, and you're like, wait, this isn't feeling quite right. You know, this could also be walking away from a particular relationship that maybe you thought that that was your one all be all, and perhaps it wasn't, right? So that walking away can take many different shapes and forms, but this is part of your destiny, is this big like transition type of theme of breaking free. That's the best way I can describe it. It's breaking free. We also had that theme here, and you're going to be able to teach others how to break free from something that they've weaved. Look at weaving something, and then we have the sword here. It's like cutting ties with something. And I feel like you might be, part of your purpose might be helping teach others how to break free, how to live a life that they truly want, rather than feeling stuck and bound by what they've created thus far. It's the courage to break free into something new. This is going to be a major theme for you, and a major theme in your destiny and purpose within helping others. Whoa, that card just flew out. Rest and rejuvenation. Again, we have this theme of play plus rest and rejuvenation. This is also part of your purpose, is learning how to rest and rejuvenate your body, the balance. You have a tendency to go to extremes, is something that I'm feeling for you, my group ones. You have a tendency to go to extremes. So for example, when you're feeling unmotivated, you might get extremely unmotivated and just feel like play and fun and that. But then when you feel like you have a mission and a purpose, you might go to extremes in achieving that. But it's important to find balance with rest and rejuvenation in your life. And this is going to play a major part in your purpose and your mission as well, with helping other people with similar things, because we're always best at teaching the things that we've experienced, right? So the things that you're going to be experiencing, you're going to be the greatest at teaching those things. And that's what's coming up here, is a lot about your life and how that's going to go into your purpose. We also have the patience card coming up. Another aspect of your purpose is going to be to teach others that certain things do take time, and perhaps with certain things in your life, you're noticing that certain things will take time, but the dedication towards something is what makes it truly happen. We also have woman holding a heart. Part of your purpose is also falling in love, finding your person that you are meant to spend your life with. The 44 here is about building a foundation. I feel like one of your purposes is to meet like your soulmate and get married and to be with that person. That is also part of your purpose. So it's not just work and what you're going to do and the impact you're going to have. It's also the relationships that are in your life, and finding that one kind of person that you are so divinely connected to. So let's go ahead and dive into our tarot cards. I cannot believe we haven't even taken out our tarot cards yet. We've already had so much information coming through. So we also have 8 of Pentacles. It is reversed at the moment, which makes me feel like there might be a shift on the horizon for you, or a shift at some point in your life with what you're building. You might start building something in one direction and then realize like, Like one day you just wake up and realize like, that's not what I want to build anymore. I'm building something completely different. I'm going to go make a shift and change. And perhaps you've already experienced that in your life, or perhaps that's something that's still on the horizon for you. And perhaps you're feeling that at the moment. Like, and if that is like, if you've already experienced this, you'll know, obviously, because you've already been through that. If this is on the horizon for you, you are going to feel it even in the moment. You're going to feel like, yeah, I'm not quite satisfied with where I'm at. And there might be a big like change and transformation on the horizon for you to build something that is truly fulfilling for you rather than staying stuck in something that is not. And I feel like you're going to have a pretty strong intuition of that, because we all know when something resonates with us and when there's something that we want versus something that we don't want. We always know, right? So I do feel like you're gonna know as well. And then we also have the Four of Wands being reversed. This is connected to our home, the things that we're building up. So again, this is confirmation of there's going to be a big transition for you. And I also feel like you're meant to move somewhere. You are meant to move to like at least a different city, or to a different like state or province, or to a different country, or to a different continent. You are meant to live somewhere else though. Four of Wands being reversed, you are meant to move somewhere different than where you were raised. That is part of your destiny and purpose. And you might even feel like, you might have an inner feeling like you don't feel like you quite belong in the city that you grew up in, and perhaps you've never quite felt like home there. Perhaps it didn't resonate with you like it did for other people. And when you see other people just staying in the same place that they grew up in, maybe you look at them and you're like, wait, haven't you ever wanted something more? Haven't you ever like dreamed of experiencing something different? And it might like blow your mind a little bit. And then we also have the Sun card. You desire to be happy. I mean, all of us do, right? But you have like this optimism about you that people are very drawn to. You have this ability to see the positives within the negatives. The Sun card is also making me feel like you're going to have an inclination to live somewhere sunny, somewhere warm. Maybe that's where you're wanting to move to. And I feel like you also don't want to settle for something that doesn't make you happy, whether that be a relationship or a career. You don't really have the ability to settle in that and feel okay. You want to feel radiant. You want to feel vibrant. You want to feel like you're growing. You want to feel like you're where you belong. You want to feel as if you can shine in whatever career or position that you end up in. You want to feel like you can shine. And that's going to be, I think, why you end up walking away from certain things, because when you don't feel like you're shining, when you don't feel like that's where you are thriving, you're going to be walking away from those things. If you're living somewhere where you don't feel like you're thriving, if you're living somewhere that you don't want to actually lay your roots, you're going to get up and leave. And that's part of your purpose, is to find where you belong. Your purpose this lifetime is finding where you feel happy, where you feel like you're thriving. And you can even tune in with your, inner guidance system and ask yourself, do I really feel like I'm thriving here? And if the answer is no, part of your purpose is to build something new, to build something different. Let's see what else we get for you. I'm also getting this fun, outdoorsy, laughter kind of energy from this play and this Sun card. Oh, you're also meant to have kids. The Sun plus play can indicate having kids, and that we are feeling very fulfilled by having children. That could be another aspect of this here. But also the Sun in play card can also indicate this very fun type of energy. Part of your purpose is to have a fun life, to build a very fun life. To build a life where you feel like you're laughing, you're smiling, you're radiating, you're feeling good. Health is going to be a big thing that I feel like you're going to get into at some point if you're not already, because the health thing keeps showing up here. It's like you're meant to radiate, you're meant to feel good. Okay, we also have Two of Swords and the Eight of Wands being reversed. Again, we have this theme of this kind of stuck energy. You might be going through something like that at the moment, and that's perhaps why it's coming up very frequently in this particular reading. You might be feeling a little bit stuck where you are. Part of your purpose is finding the solutions for that, the reasons for that, and transforming that. Learning how to transform things into something that you love. That's going to be such a big part of your purpose, and to wake other people up, especially when they're being blinded about like what their true capabilities are. You are so able to like shine and help people see their true potential, their true abilities, even when they're blinded to it. You have a knack for that. And you're meant to be like a source of inspiration for other people, especially when they're feeling stuck and unclear. And I think it's because you've solved your own issues around that. You've had to learn how to do that. Therefore, you're going to have a lot of wisdom to bestow upon others within the same realm and within the same issues that they might be facing in their life. So that is what we have there. Let's go ahead and get 2 more cards for the rest of this reading for you about your divine purpose, your destiny, who you're meant to be. Let's see, I also feel like you're very empathic and intuitive since we had that Ask Body card come up. I feel like you're, look, we have the health card coming up again, but you are very intuitive. You're very in tune with your own body, your own emotions, and it makes you empathic. It's like you can feel the energy radiating off of other people. And, oh, why am I getting this feeling like you might write a book in your life? Right when this card came up, I for some reason got this feeling of like writing a book or sharing your knowledge and wisdom in some way. I feel like this is going to be slightly later on in your life, like within your late 30s, maybe even late 40s. You might get inclined to write a book. Perhaps maybe you're already somebody who has written a book. Maybe that's something that's a thought for you even right now, or it's going to be a later on thought for you. But for some reason, I'm getting this writing a book type of feeling, or sharing and spreading your wisdom in some kind of way. Health, again, is coming up. I feel like your purpose is helping other people find their health, and for you finding your health. Perhaps you've had to find that in your life, and that's going to be something that you end up sharing to other people and helping inspire other people. Because when we're healthy, we feel like we could do anything. We feel like we have that life force energy running through us a lot easier. So health is such an important thing, but I definitely feel like that's going to be a big purpose for you as well. So that is what we have here. Lots of wisdom, lots of health, lots of inspiration. You're like a whole foundation for other people. I feel like you're going to have this big transition in your life, and meeting your soulmate, having like a really fun type of life. That is your purpose. Having children is also coming up here. So if that's something that you've been thinking about, I'm definitely seeing like at least 2 children. That's what's kind of coming up for me here. And I feel like that's going to be part of your purpose as well. So that's what we got here. I am sending you all so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's reading, all about your purpose and your destiny. I also wanted to mention that we did come out with brand new types of bracelets. These are Angel Aura Quartz, and I am obsessed. I think Angel Aura Quartz has to be probably my favorite crystal of all time. And if you do not know, I hand make beaded bracelets with authentic gemstones and crystals. I also use gold fill, so that means you can wear it in water. The bracelets will not tarnish, and we also make them according to your I'm like stuttering on my words. We also make them according to your wrist size, so they will fit you perfectly. I've always struggled with that in my life, is finding bracelets that actually fit me because I have kind of tiny wrists. But no matter what your wrist size is, we offer multiple different sizes so that you can find bracelets that actually fit you perfectly. So all the information for that will be linked down below in case you are interested in that. And thank you so much for joining me here today, and I will see you next time. Bye. All right, my group number 2s, let's go ahead and dive right into your reading and find out your purpose and destiny. All right, my group 2s, we have Poet and we have Sovereign as your first 2 cards. Poet can be a purpose around writing or a purpose around creating music, because if you think about lyrics, that's like poetry, or some type of writing or some sort of like communication. and you're meant to create more beauty in this world as well. I feel like you are somebody who's possibly quite into the idea of like romanticizing your life or creating something beautiful or looking at something that you've created and being so proud of that. I'm getting this energy like you are an incredibly creative person and you're really independent as well. You tend to be somebody who's like so able to do things all on their own. It's like you don't need anybody else's help. You're very good at learning it yourself. I also feel like you're going to be quite self-taught in a lot of things in your life, and that's who you're meant to be. You are meant to be somebody who's incredibly independent, who kind of doesn't really need anyone else's help, but at times, you know, of course that's useful at times, but truly it's like you're meant to be really independent, and perhaps you're gonna have this desire even from a very young age to like be on your own, live on your own, do it on your own, be self-taught in certain things. With Poet and Sovereign, I'm definitely receiving this sort of self-taught, self-learning kind of energy and knowing exactly just how to do it on your own. It's like you don't need or desire help from other people because you're very capable, and I feel like you've been like that from a very young age. And tons of creativity is coming through here. You're also meant to be very strong as well. Very kind of powerful in your own right and very successful. When I look at the Sovereign card, I'm gaining this feeling of success, independence, kind of do it on your own, queen type of king energy. And you really don't want other people to sort of do it for you. I feel like you would get very I don't know, it's like you wouldn't feel right if somebody else kind of like did something for you or helped you with your success. It's kind of like you just want to do it on your own, and that's great. You might also be inclined to be some sort of entrepreneur or business owner because of this like heavy independent type of energy. I'm getting this feeling like you don't want to work for like another company, and even if you have before, even if you currently do, it's like you don't necessarily feel very satisfied there unless you have a position that gives you a lot of independence and a lot of creative freedom. But for the most part, I'm getting this energy like you are going to end up with a type of purpose and a type of career where you have like very flexible creative freedom. You have freedom over your own schedule. That's going to be huge for you in your life. I feel like you're the type of person like you cannot be held down to like a committed like 9 to 5 type of thing. And even if you are, it's like, it's going to be more difficult for you because you are a more freedom oriented type of person. So that's what's coming through here. Let's go ahead and dive into more cards for you. But yeah, wow. High independent energy. You're the type of person who can be an entrepreneur, a business owner. You don't need to be told what to do. And in fact, if you are told what to do, you're not going to do as great of a job as if you just were able to just do it yourself and have your own creative freedom. And look at, we also have Outlaw, which is giving the boot to something. It's like you have a little bit more of a rebellious kind of energy, but in the sense that you'll just give the boot to anything that tries to like hold you down or muster or put a damper on your creative energy. It's like you don't want any piece of that. And you tend to kind of be like a pioneer with things. You're more of like an originator. And I also feel like you have a very, like, you don't mind standing out. In fact, you feel more comfortable when you stand out and you don't blend into the rest of the crowd. You're the type of person that I feel you are interested in things that most people maybe aren't that interested in, and you have a drive, a type of drive and creativity that most people do not have. And it makes you stand out a lot. You probably are so comfortable wearing clothes that are sort of, you know, maybe a little bit different or maybe a little bit out there. It's not like your average type of clothes. And in fact, I'm getting this sort of feeling from you, like you wouldn't want to be caught dead just wearing the most average, everyday scene type of thing. For you, that's like so boring that it almost is like, it's like, I don't want that. You are a type of standout person with intense creativity and a person who wants to beautify their life, for things to feel beautiful and also for things to feel interesting. Let's see, we also have Ascension. You also are a big dreamer. Oh my goodness, group number 2s. I am getting the biggest dreamer type of energy from you. to the point where I feel like perhaps when you were a kid, you've had people tell you like, you should be more realistic. Come back down to earth from your dreamland. Stop dreaming so big. That's not gonna happen. You are the type of person, like you are attracted to stuff that most people wouldn't even dream about, like dreaming of or wanting, because it's like rare to get to. But you're also a rare type of person, okay? You are meant to have a destiny that's more rare. You're meant to have a destiny where other people are like, whoa, you're a like a writer, or you're a musician, or you're an actress, or you're a content creator, or whatever. You're a designer, you're a this, you're a that, whatever. You're an entrepreneur. You have a purpose that is more rare, and you're a big dreamer, and you have big goals, and you're meant to have those big goals. That's part of your purpose, is to have those big goals. And you probably feel like you're meant for more, and you don't want a mundane life. The greatest way I could describe you, group 2, is like, you do not want a mundane life. The observer, wow, okay, so this can come up when other people can watch us or watch what we've created. The observer can indicate that you are creating art that other people are looking at, or you're a content creator with people observing you and what you've created and what you've done, or again, a musician, actress, entrepreneur, CEO, where other people like you have a little bit of a spotlight on you, and perhaps part of your purpose is to kind of be a bit in the spotlight in some way, shape, or form, and you might have an inclination towards those things, where you're wanting to create something that other people can see, or what other people can hold in their hands and be like, whoa, look at what I just purchased. Look at what I have. It's like them having your book in their hands, right? And then being like, oh my God, I get to read this. I get to observe it. I get to, you know, you're wanting to create something like that other people get to observe and hold, and you're meant to have that take off. We have these wings here, and they're also here. The hands resemble creativity and wanting to create. With the wings on the hands, it's like this ascension in creation. You're wanting to create something new, something that's never been done before, something that's like, ooh, you know, and you're really wanting the success of that, and that's part of your purpose and who you're meant to be. And I also feel like you're meant to achieve some really good recognition and success in your life. The lion here with this like queen sovereign energy, you're really meant to create something that you are proud of, right? That's the point, something that you're proud of, not something that, you know, you're creating for other people necessarily, even though that's like going to be an aftermath effect of you just creating something that you're so proud of. You're meant to do that. We also have the world. This can be, wow. Okay, group number 2 is you have a big purpose. Let me just throw that out there. The world card can indicate that we have like worldly known success, or we're doing something where we are traveling, or perhaps, you know, we write a book and it's being sold globally. Or the world can indicate music or creativity, where we can be seen on a worldly, global type of level. I feel like you're going to possibly be in the public eye with whatever your career is or whatever your purpose is. You're going to be a little bit more in the public eye, a little bit more seen than the average person. And, you know, or perhaps even doing something creative that people are able to purchase from around the world, right? Things like that. We also have adjacent possibilities. You think so outside the box. Like, you are that creative type of person. And you think way outside the normal realms. And in all the years that I've owned this card deck, by the way, I've never had these 2 cards come up in a reading before. So you're a rare gem, okay? These cards, like some cards come up super often, and I feel like it's because they're a bit more of a common type of energy, but these 2 cards are not a very common type of energy, and it's the first time that they're ever coming up in a reading before. And in fact, I didn't even know these cards were in this deck because of that. But this again is showing your outside of the box type of thinking mind, whereas the average person would think like, no, I'm not even gonna dream about doing that because the possibilities are so slim. But for you, you're like, well, the possibilities right there. I just need to like be that, do that, own that, and move in that direction. For you, it's like you're kind of creating your own doorways where other people don't even see a doorway, right? Other people are like, no, it's impossible to do that. And you're just like, no, I can do that. I can find a way. So that's that type of energy. We also have Angel of Love. Angel of Love can indicate multiple things. For one, you are meant to have a deep passion this lifetime, a deep passion about something that you want to do and create. Also with Angel of Love, this can indicate that relationships are also part of your purpose, and having that deep partnership with someone is part of your purpose in this lifetime. Finding like the person you're meant to spend your life with. And cornucopia, this is the card of abundance, also angel number 11 at the top of it. Angel number 11 is big purpose, big energy, and big doorways that we are moving into, big transitions, big events happening in our life. Cornucopia is the success and the abundance of that, like the harvest after working so hard for something, the harvest. I do feel like in your life, you have an intense drive and willpower. And even if at times it feels like you don't, I feel like all of us go through times where it feels like we don't. We go through spouts of like lack of motivation and things like that. Even if you do go through that at times, which you will probably, if you're human, you probably will. But out of that though, you do have a deeper drive than most people. You have a deeper burning fire in you that's going to lead you to creating a lot of abundance, a big harvest through the big amount of effort and the hard work that you're going to be putting into your purpose and into your life. Okay, also lions indicate spotlight energy as well. Leo the lions connected to the sun. They can also indicate spotlight energy. So again, we have more of that confirmation kind of coming through here. We also have Ace of Pentacles. This one is a successful career. You are probably drawn to creating a big career, possibly opening a business, doing something on your own, doing something independently. And Ace of Pentacles is also receiving money, building something, and having a strong drive in the material aspects of your life. Let's see what else we get for you. And also it's deep dedication. Your success comes from deep dedication of not giving up on your dreams, not giving up and moving forward and finding a way, right? Adjacent possibilities, finding a way. That is going to be one of your biggest gifts in life, by the way, is your ability to find a way where others would stop. There's two different types of people in this world. People who have a dream and then pursue it, and then in the face of challenges, they give up and they stop looking for a way. Then there's the type of person who gets to a problem or an obstacle and says, I am going to make a way. There might not be a way right now, but I'm going to make a way. And that's this adjacent possibilities. Like, look at this door that's like on the floor here, and these doors that are up on the, like, this is talking about those challenges that we're sometimes met with. And perhaps we need to like get up here and go this way. It's like, no, I'm going to make a door. Like, sure, that's not normal. Other people wouldn't even think about that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make my own way, right? So that's part of the reason why you're going to end up being successful, is because you have this mind that's able to think outside the box, and this very flexible mind that's very determined and will find a way through any obstacle. That's a reason for your success, and your ability to let go of your past, to open up to new possibilities, new things. Then we also have Seven of Cups. Interesting, we have 6 and 7 of Cups. Perhaps you were told before in your life not to dream, and perhaps you've had people tell you in your life, like, oh, don't dream that big. But if you didn't, you would never end up here with this success. The people who end up in this position were the ones who, even in the face of other people's opinions, decided to go their own way anyway, because they believed in themselves. And that's going to be one of your gifts, is to choose, believe, and go towards what you want. To pick something and to give it your all. You're very creative to the point where I feel like you have a lot of ideas going on, and that might be one of your worst distractions, is having too many ideas, too many possibilities, to the point where it's distracting and there's way too much on our plate that nothing ever gets finished. That's going to be, I feel like, one of your biggest hurdles to get over in life. But part of your purpose and destiny is to overcome that and pick something to dedicate your all to, right? And to learn how to pick what's most important and do that for the time being. We also have Hierophant. Hierophant can indicate a higher learning, becoming even a teacher in the things that you are doing. So there might be a time in your life where you're wanting to teach other people how to do what you've done. You're maybe wanting to create a course or write a book on, how you did it, how you became successful, how you discovered that. There also might be certain people in your life that greatly inspire you, because the Hierophant can also talk about having some sort of idol that we look up to, that we're like, oh my God, how did they do it? And let me take some of that inspiration, but also still yet be unique on my own at the same time. So let's go ahead and dive into any last cards for you. My group 2s, inspiration. You're meant to bring more inspiration into this world. And you're meant to kind of be an inspiration and to follow the things that are most inspiring to you. Because again, a mundane life for you is not it. It's not it at all. You're not wanting that cookie cutter type of lifestyle. You're very more eccentric, more out there, and unique in that sense. And for that, you follow inspiration and you become an inspiration for others. We also have knowledge coming through. So tons of learning, perhaps even sharing your knowledge at some point in your life. Again, like maybe writing a book, teaching other people what it is that you know. Knowledge can also be just deep learning. Maybe you're going to have a big knack for like learning as much as you can. Being self-taught is again a huge thing that came up earlier. And again, I'm being inclined to say that again, being self-taught in a lot of the things that you do, and also perhaps going to school for something as well. I'm seeing a lot of like self-taught type of energy, but Hierophant along with knowledge can also indicate that we are so interested in taking courses. So perhaps we're like, oh my God, I want to go to school for this, or I want to take this course, I want to learn this, I want to read that book, because you have this huge like growth mindset is something that I'm feeling for you, is you have this big growth mindset. So yeah, and then we also have energy. Part of your purpose is to also to utilize your energy to create, to be a light, to show other people what is possible in this world, and showing people that if they have an inner fire of something they want, that's going to be a source of inner energy. Whereas other people might be asking you like, where do you get all that energy? How do you have all of that time? How do you accomplish all of that? Where do you get that energy and that time? And for you, you're like, because I'm inspired. That's why I have all that energy. That's why I get so much done. Because you have that inspiration, you have those big dreams. And when we have those big dreams and we believe that we're capable of them, that's that moment where we get filled up with a lot of energy to do a lot, accomplish a lot. So that might be one of your big things that you bring to the world as well, is showing other people what's possible in that sense. So that is what we have here for you. My group number 2 is all about your, like, who you're meant to be, your purpose, your destiny. You're clearly meant to be somebody who is sort of standing out quite a bit and is doing things outside of the box, who's doing things that aren't quite normal, right? You're meant to do something that a lot of people are like, whoa, you did that? Like, you're someone different. Like, I feel like when people meet you, they're going to be like, whoa, you've done that? That's who you are? That's what you've done? Whoa, like, you're really interesting. You know, you're somebody I want to get to know. Like, you just have a very interesting story, and you're just going to be a very interesting person. So that is what we have for you, my group number 2s. Thank you so much for joining me here today for this reading. It seems like there's really cool things ahead for you, and that's really exciting. I also just wanted to mention that I do make hand beaded bracelets, and we came out with a brand new crystal that I'm so excited about. So if you are interested in jewelry by any means, I hand make these beaded bracelets. We came out with this angel aura quartz crystal, and these bracelets are my new favorite. They're so pretty. We also hand make these according to your wrist size so that they actually fit you perfectly, because that's a struggle that I've always encountered when buying bracelets, is like they would always either be too big or like too small. So we offer multiple different sizes. They come in gold fill, which means that you can wear these bracelets in water and they will not tarnish, which is also amazing. So all the information for that will be linked down below in case you are interested. And thank you again so much for joining me here today. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number 3s, if you chose this pile, let's go ahead and find out who you're meant to be, your destiny, and your purpose. All right, my group 3s, we have Artist, Spirit, and Priestess as your first cards coming out. So who you're meant to be. The Artist card is making me feel like you have this incredible gift to be able to see things in a very aesthetic way, and to also see how you can improve things to make them very beautiful, to make them very harmonious. When you walk into a room, I feel like you can see exactly where like a piece of furniture belongs in order to create harmony within the space. Or for example, someone doing their makeup or their hair or their clothes, their style, anything artsy, anything that can be improved or made aesthetically pleasing. You have the eye to be able to see exactly where things need to go, exactly the types of hues and colors that go well together. You have this like very artistic eye and this artistic sense for things to be beautiful. And I feel like you're really good at improving stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're the type of person, like while you were growing up, you were constantly like rearranging your furniture, redoing things, making things more beautiful, more pleasing, and you just have an amazing knack for this. You have an amazing eye, and so who you're meant to be, you're meant to utilize this gift in some way, shape, or form this lifetime. And I feel like that can take multiple different roads, or you could use that in multiple different outlets. For example, becoming some type of designer, some type of artist, some type of stylist in some way. And that's kind of what you're meant to do with this, whether that be on a more simplistic level by just making your home more beautiful and the things around you more beautiful, or doing that on a bigger scale, such as having some sort of business where you are utilizing that gift in some way. And since we also have Spirit and Priestess, oh my goodness, excuse me, my voice, I just woke up. My voice is still coming back to life. I'm filming this video in 2 segments, filmed it yesterday, filming it today, just woke up today to film this, and my voice is like still cracking. But anyway, Spirit, renew. Your connection to spirit and to the other side is also very potent. And I feel like you're somebody who has psychic or spiritual gifts, so perhaps you found it easy to communicate with guides or angels or people who have passed on. Maybe you've had dreams about people like that, or you just have a sense of when something's going to happen, or you've just always had this inclination or interest in the more mystical, metaphysical type of things, like perhaps seeing numbers repeating, like angel numbers. Perhaps that's always caught your attention and you always knew that that meant something for you. Or you just had a more strong intuition, perhaps even being an empath. And maybe that's what plays also within this artist gift of being so in tune with the design and aesthetics of things, because you are an empath and you can feel the energies of something. So when you place furniture in a weird way, or if there's clutter or mess, it's like you can feel that energy, and you can tell whether something's giving you a good energy or a bad energy. You're very empathic, very sensitive to the energies that are around you. So when it comes to meeting people for the first time, you can get the vibe and the sense of their soul immediately. But also with empaths, because they see somebody's soul, sometimes they don't see like the evolution of where somebody is at right now on a more conscious physical level. And sometimes we can attract people who take advantage of us, or people who leave us with a bunch of empty promises, because as an empath, you can feel into somebody's soul, and you can feel that every soul has good intentions, but whether or not they're aware of what their actions actually are might be a different story, right? And so for you, with this empathic sense, you might have had people in your life, you know, even in your younger years, that might have taken advantage of you, or might have taken advantage of your kindness, and all of that. And part of your learning this lifetime is to become more powerful, to awaken that power within you. This Priestess card is empowerment, radiance, and doing something really significant, filling yourself with confidence of realizing like, hey, I can do anything. Like, the sense that I get for you is this very angelic, very kind-hearted, good soul. And part of your purpose this lifetime is to step into more confidence. I think that there's times where you've had imposter syndrome, that maybe you downplay your gifts and your talents, but you are incredibly gifted. You are incredibly talented. And the world wants to experience more of that talent, more of that gift that you have to offer, because you're somebody who can leave something so much better than when you first found it. And you know how to transform things to be harmonious, to give that great, good energy. And this Priestess card, this is who you're meant to evolve into this lifetime. Your destiny is to evolve into this empowering, confident being, this very confident soul who's very aware of his or her gifts that you are providing for the world and the value you bring. Like, you bring a lot of value, and part of your evolution is to see that value and to also gain, you know, in your life, because of the value that you bring. You're meant to also gain back, you know, reciprocate because of those gifts, like gain money, gain wealth, gain abundance in your life because of the gifts that you're providing. You're meant to do that, but it's going to start with being confident in yourself, being confident in your gifts, and trusting that, you know, trusting in yourself, trusting in your gifts, because I do feel like you are incredibly talented. So diving into some more cards for you, we also have the Strength card. Part of your purpose is to be a very strong, empowering soul, to also uphold boundaries. So as empaths, sometimes we don't make our boundaries clear, because we assume that other people are just as sensitive and aware as we are. And so sometimes we assume that, oh, it's obvious that this person is going to understand this, or it's obvious that this person's going to know this boundary. It might be obvious to you because you're an empath, and you can feel very quickly what other people's boundaries are, what's accepted, what's right, what's wrong. You're very good at sensing that, but other people are not. And so again, that plays into maybe where we've been taken advantage of in the past, because we've assumed that everyone has this gift of being able to feel and understand, but not everybody has that gift. You're very unique in that sense. And again, part of your purpose is to step into your empowered, confident self, to be able to set those boundaries properly. And that's when you're going to thrive. So instead of being taken advantage of for your gifts, your kindness, your goodness, you are meant to step into the empowered version of that, with, you know, still having those incredible gifts, that incredible goodness, that incredible kindness, but approaching it with this confident and empowered sense, where you're also assertive, and you know your worth, you know your value, you know where to draw the line with certain things so that you're not being taken advantage of and things like that. So you're meant to step into that, excuse me, very empowered sense, and you're meant to spread your wings. Okay, so if you've ever doubted your abilities, don't doubt your abilities. Part of your purpose this lifetime is to spread your wings and to ascend and to bring more wisdom, to bring more beauty to this world, and help other people ascend, help other people become happier and see what's possible. Because for you, again, you have that really good sense, that really good eye. You know exactly how to glow up a space, or how to glow up a person. It's like you can just see what needs to be done in order to have like a glow up, in order to improve energy, in order to improve the visuals and aesthetics of things. And you're meant to help uplift other people with that on a very energetic level. Like, you're an energy worker. Group number 3, you're an energy worker but in a more physical sense. Possibly also in a metaphysical sense too, like you might be interested in energy work, chakras, like spiritual stuff like that. But at the same time, you're also really good at manipulating the physical world, manipulating the design of things, manipulating the style of things in order to also create a different energy, right? Have you ever walked into a room before and the energy was just totally off, but you knew exactly like how to rearrange things, and then the energy would be flowing again and it would be airy, light, and great? But then other ways that you do things, it just kind of creates this like sort of weighed down, stuck kind of energy. It's like you can sense that. You're the type of person who can sense and feel that. We also have connect to heart. You're incredibly good at connecting to other people, seeing what other people need and want. You're really good at understanding other people. People feel so understood by you, and that's also part of your purpose, is like because you have that empathic gift as well, when it comes to like working with different people or helping other people with whatever it is that they're going through, you're able to understand the uniqueness in each person. So instead of just like, okay, the best way I can explain this is like some people, let's take like a house designer who's only good at doing one style. You know, they're gonna have a very minimal amount of people that they can work with because they have such a particular type of style that, you know, it's not going to relate to everybody. But for you, because of that empathic gift that you have, you're able to see other people's energy and the uniqueness within that, and you're also able to help them craft something that is unique to them. And that's going to be amazing for you because you're able to spread your wings, gain more clients, gain more people. Like I feel like a lot of people are going to be attracted to working with you or asking for your help with things because you're able to understand them from their level, from their aesthetic, from their place. You're able to understand their uniqueness rather than just trying to imprint your own thing, your own style onto everybody. You're really good at, you know, understanding other people. Okay, we also have the explorer. I feel like you're interested in a myriad of different things, which is going to help you out so much in your life and in your purpose, because your purpose isn't just one small little niche. I feel like you have so many interests. There's a lot of things that catch your eye. There's a lot of things that you feel like you could be really good at. And that's going to be part of your purpose, is multiple things. So if you're the type of person right now who's stuck in their purpose and you're like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to pick one thing? You're not meant to pick one thing. I feel like you are meant to do a myriad of different things. And through your life, there's going to be a lot of evolving into new interests, evolving into new paths and ways of crafting and creating your life. I feel like you're going to do a myriad of different things. I feel like you're meant to do multiple different things. And the explorer, I'm also getting this energy that you're meant to travel, see different things. You're probably somebody who's interested in multiple different cultures. And I feel like you're also going to be somebody who doesn't want to get stuck into one religion, one thought form, one way of being. For you, that feels restrictive because you are so wildly creative that I feel like you are meant to explore a lot of different things and do a lot. I am also getting this feeling like your friendships, your connections are going to be hugely part of your purpose, and the impact you make on other people's lives, especially on an individual level, like how you're helping individuals ascend, create the life of their dreams, up-level themselves. The way that you're working with people one-to-one is going to be very impactful, and I feel like you're meant to work with people on a one-to-one level in some way, shape, or form. We also have the thinking man. So you are an incredibly intelligent person. You are probably interested in learning, and I wouldn't be surprised if you take like multiple courses or get multiple degrees or certifications in different things because you are such an avid learner. I feel like you're just a very interested person. And I feel like you're gonna know a lot. Like you're one of those people who's gonna be a jack of all trades, where people could come to you and be like, well, how do you do this? And you're like, oh, I know how to do that. But how do you do that too? Oh, I know how to do that. And I know how to do this. And I can offer advice on that. It's like, you're gonna be so well-rounded. And that's part of your purpose, is to be really well-rounded. And you're a very deep thinker who I think is also gonna get bored with average everyday conversations. You like the deep stuff. You like talking about a wild amount of different things. And you're the type of person who I also feel like you could get along with anyone because you have that empathic ability and because you're so well-rounded and have a myriad of different interests. Because of that, I feel like you can get along with anyone and you know how to make friends with anyone because of that. And that's also part of your purpose, is to be able to connect with a wide array of different people with different backgrounds, different interests, and all of that. Whereas other people, you know, other people are so niche, you're not. We also have Door to Spirit. Okay, we have the Spirit card and Door to Spirit. You are an incredibly spiritually gifted person. You are still very connected to the energetic realms, the spiritual realms. I feel like when you were a kid, you were probably very in tune, very connected. You've probably had a lot of spiritual, different sort of experiences in your life through your childhood and possibly even through your adulthood. I feel like you could also really easily be a medium or a psychic in some way, to do energy work as well. I feel like you're very sensitive to energies. You would be very good at Reiki and things like that. So you could make that part of your purpose as well, is to utilize that energy work in some way. Even if it's just as simple as, you know, utilizing that gift in the ways that we explained earlier with understanding other people and how to arrange things to be better, how to make things better. We also have the community card. We have Connect to Heart and Community. Both of these are also very in tune with each other. You are here to enhance people's lives. And I also feel like you're gonna have people who really love what you do, like some form of community where people are gonna really like seek you out for your gifts, seek you out for your help. And I think you're gonna get a lot of really like loyal people who are just fans of what you do, who want to continue to work with you. So again, I'm getting like stylist, designer, crafter, creator, things like that. We also have the Deceit card. Okay, something that I'm feeling from this. Part of your purpose this lifetime is to become really strong so that you don't get taken advantage of. You are an empath. I feel like through your life, you have been taken advantage of. You have been given empty promises. And because you feel people's soul, you can feel the good intentions that they have. So you're very great at forgiving, which is amazing. That's an amazing quality that you have. You're really great at forgiving people and letting things go because you can see their soul. You can see their true essence, their true energy. But sometimes people's actions don't match their soul's energy in that moment, because maybe, you know, there's other factors and there's other complexities within a situation. So part of your purpose is to also become very empowered so that you no longer are giving your time and energy to people who are taking advantage of it. I feel like that's part of your purpose, is to overcome that and not stay stuck on relationships that do take advantage of you. You are meant to, you know, ascend beyond that. We also have third chakra. Okay, this actually deals specifically with the people-pleasing thing that we're talking about. So third chakra, whenever we have an imbalance or we're not utilizing our third chakra energy, this is where we get digestive issues, we lose inspiration, we lose creativity. So if you've ever experienced any of that in your life, this comes from the third chakra, which the third chakra, the imbalanced third chakra, which is the solar plexus, is that of the servant. When we feel like we need to serve other people at the detriment of ourselves, when we feel like we cannot be assertive because we're scared of confrontation, we are scared of, you know, utilizing that power, we don't want to hurt other people, so we end up becoming the servant. We end up dishonoring our own wants, needs, and desires in order to be in service of others, in order to people please other people, because we don't want to see them in pain. We'd rather us be in pain because we know how to handle it better than we think other people know how to handle it. So we would rather take the pain ourselves and undermine ourselves in order to people please others. But that is the imbalanced third chakra. And when we have an imbalanced third chakra, we're gonna not digest food properly, because this is your solar plexus. This is the fire in the gut that's able to help us digest and take food and make it into utilization energy, in order to be utilized energy. When we are undermining ourselves, we are undermining our own energy, we are dishonoring our own energy, and therefore eventually that turns into like digestive issues, things like that, other stuff, because this energy, the balanced energy, is the warrior who has that empowered sense. And through that empowered sense, that's when your gut works properly, because that's the fire in the belly where you're being the warrior. You can be assertive enough because you are not scared of hurting other people's feelings. You still know how to be nice and genuine with anything that you do, but you still honor your own energy. You do not let deceit, cross that boundary or cross that line. You know how to uphold boundaries. You know how to uphold your value, your worth. You know where to draw the line so that people don't take advantage of you. This is also where you're going to find wealth in your life. So part of your purpose, in order to find your wealth and your success, it is going to come through your ability to be assertive, to be confident in yourself, to be that warrior who is empowered and knows how to hold boundaries and draw the line, and to speak from your heart and to allow your creativity to shine without feeling like you need to dim your light for other people, and without feeling like you need to hide your authenticity for other people. Okay, so that's where you're going to find your most success, is by honoring your inner light. Okay. And that's going to be heavily part of your purpose this lifetime. So let's go ahead and dive into some more cards for you, my group threes. Let's see what else we get. We have the Lovers being reversed. When this card's being reversed, this is when we wear masks for other people. Ooh, there's another aspect of the deceit card coming through. You might have struggled, or may be struggling in your life with not knowing how to be yourself, or with falling into too many people-pleasing tendencies where you don't know how to be honest. Because honesty might scare you, because you're scared of hurting other people. Maybe you're afraid of being yourself, being judged for being yourself, and all of that. So you might be somebody who puts on a false mask because you don't want to disappoint other people. You don't want confrontation. You don't want arguments. You don't want people to judge you or dislike you. So you may have at times worn masks in your life in order to people please. And that's the Lovers being reversed. You are meant to overcome that this lifetime. Part of your purpose is to find and honor your true sense of self, to take off any false masks, to show up authentically as you, to be confident and empowered in that version of you, and to be that warrior who doesn't care about what other people thinks of them. The only way that you can become successful in your own right is to stop caring what other people think about you. And that's huge and that's hard, but part of your success is going to be massively on your ability to show up as that confident, empowered warrior with a lot of willpower and determination, where, again, we let go of people pleasing. People pleasing is going to keep you stuck. And we all know that deep down inside. And the desire to please other people, that's a beautiful desire. But when it comes at the cost of our authenticity, then it's no longer positive. People pleasing can be good when we're like, oh my gosh, I want to help other people. I want to make other people happy. That's amazing. That's a great intention. But it should never come at the cost of yourself, your own authenticity, because then we're not really helping other people anyway. We're just doing a disservice to ourselves and a disservice to other people, because we're being deceitful in and of ourselves anyway. We're putting on a false mask. That's no bueno. So I think part of your purpose, I know part of your purpose is to overcome that. Knight of Swords, to show up fully as you, to say what's on your mind, to be straightforward. Knight of Swords, that is straightforward energy. Not beating around the bush, not sugarcoating stuff. This is being straightforward. This is what I need. This is what I want. These are my expectations. These are my boundaries. Bam. And if they're not met, bye. We uphold the boundaries because we're that warrior. The warrior, goddess, empowered, radiant version of ourselves, right? Who's not here to please other people, who's here to live their purpose and live authentically and, help people who are in alignment with our authenticity, and to bring that beauty and that upliftment to others in an authentic way. So let's go ahead and see what else we get here for you. We also have the Hangman being reversed, which is a great position. So you're also meant to have a big shift in your lifetime. And I think you're gonna have a big awakening and a really big perspective shift. A big perspective shift on the world, and possibly you're going to go through a huge learning where all of a sudden you flip and change, but in the best possible way. So instead of being stuck and left hanging, feeling like you need to uphold a false sense of being, feeling like you need to people please, feeling like you need to dishonor yourself and leave your true self hanging. You're not meant to do that. You're meant to be your true self. You are meant to completely change that around, take off those masks and show up authentically. You're also here to help people awaken and to be their true selves. So part of you stepping into your purpose, stepping into your authenticity, you're also here to help other people do the same, to find who they are. Let's see. What else do we have for you, my love? We also have Page of Wands being reversed. You have incredible creativity, and it's going to be more and more unlocked as you step into that authentic version of you. You're going to notice that your creativity really unhinges at that point in time where you really start to step into who you truly are, and you honor that. And you let go of fear, right? Fear is what blocks the third chakra, which is the solar plexus. The solar plexus is connected to our stomach, and our stomach is where we feel fear. Whenever you're fearful, you'll notice that your digestion stops, or all of a sudden you feel it in your stomach, and your stomach turns over, it turns upright. That's when we feel fear, anxiety. That's the place where fear and anxiety get held in the body. Your body, by the way, oh my gosh, I need to make a video on chakras, but your body, depending on the emotions that you're feeling, the emotions get stored. If they're repressed and they're not being flowed out and in flow, when you're repressing emotions, it gets held and stored in different parts of the body. And sometimes we don't even notice that we're storing emotional trauma and emotional tension in different parts of our body. And when we feel fear and anxiety and we don't deal with it properly, and instead we repress it, that's where we get, again, the third chakra, digestive, stomach issues, anxiety that gets stored in the gut and in the stomach. And over time, if we're not dealing with those emotions, we keep building that, suppressing that, holding that tension there. Of course, it's going to cause inflammation, other things that end up not working. Emotions can cause so many different things amongst the body, like people with throat chakra issues about not speaking and things like that. Sometimes we hold tension in our throat, and then you'll have people that either talk very quietly and don't know how to talk, or talk really loud, or end up getting thyroid issues because the thyroid is connected to the throat chakra and all of that. And anyway, I could go on about chakras. Anyway, once you step into the more balanced, assertive, authentic version of you, that's where so much flow is going to happen. So much more creativity, again, gets unlocked, because that's the fire in the belly. That's where we create energy, where we digest food and create it into energy that can then push us forward in our dreams and goals. So if you get tired and lethargic, oh my goodness, let's unlock the creativity by stepping into the authentic version of you, by becoming assertive, strong, powerful, empowered, radiant, radiating your light. Oh my goodness, that's when all that creativity is going to get unlocked for you, because it's no longer being repressed. Part of your purpose, you're so good at organizing, changing things around, making things beautiful. I think you would also be an incredibly good planner. You would be somebody who's really good at figuring things out, making things beautiful and making things work. I feel like you're incredibly good at organizing and seeing where things belong and where things go. Let's see. I feel like you're also, you're going to leave the world so much more balanced, so much more beautiful. You know how to balance things out. You know how to make things absolutely beautiful. And part of your purpose is to step into the balanced, powerful version of yourself. Justice is very powerful, knows how to bring the justice to any situation, knows how to uphold boundaries, and keeping things organized, in check. Organization and justice, I'm also feeling like your ability to create abundance in your life comes from your ability to step into your authenticity and to create fair, equal prices, seeing your talents and realizing that you deserve to be paid for those talents, and you deserve to be paid fairly and equally and beautifully and abundantly for those, okay? So I'm gonna restart my camera really quick, it's about to cut out. But thank you so much for joining me here today for your reading all about who you're meant to be, your purpose, your destiny, all about your unique energy and how that's going to play out in your life. I'm so grateful for you joining me here today. I'm sending you so much love. Also, if you are interested in crystal bracelets, I'm so excited. We just came out with Angel Aura Quartz bracelets and we have them in the charmed styles now. I hand make these beaded bracelets with authentic gemstones and crystals. I make the bracelets according to your wrist size so that they fit you perfectly. I personally like my bracelets to fit amazing, so where they don't jangle around, they just like stay put. So that's the size that I like to wear, but of course, whatever size that you like to wear for your wrist, we offer multiple different sizes. They come in gold fill, which is an incredibly great quality type of gold where it's affordable, but it also does not tarnish. You can wear it in water. I wear mine in the ocean, the shower, everything. No matter where I am, they do not tarnish because they are made with super high quality gold fill. So all the information for that will be linked down below in case you are interested. We make them in all different types of crystals. So if you're into crystal healing energy, you can read about all the different properties of each crystal on my website and all of that. There's also going to be a unique discount code in case you're interested in getting anything, and I'm sending you so much love. Thank you again so much for joining me here today, and until next time, bye. All right, my group fours, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, revealing your purpose, your destiny, who you're meant to be. Let's dive in. Okay, my group fours, how cool is this? We have the Enchanter and the Musician as your cards of who you're meant to be and your purpose, your destiny. I want to make it clear, musician can literally mean musician, but it can also mean a couple of other things. So we're going to dive into exactly what this is. But the Enchanter, magnetize, open, reveal, manifest. Your purpose, you are meant to be some sort of like inspiration, some sort of like beacon of light for other people. I feel like other people are naturally very drawn to you. You have a very magnetizing type of personality and a very magnetizing essence and energy about you. It's very enchanting. Like other people are drawn to you. They might not even know why, but they are drawn to you. And you're meant to be somebody who is that source of inspiration where other people want to follow in your footsteps. They want to kind of do what you do, they want to learn from you. And the musician is shine, play, invoke, and express. So for one, I'm getting a lot of voice kind of energy from you. You have a voice that people want to listen to what you have to say, whether that be through music, literally, or whether that be through public speaking or being on stage or having a podcast that's really successful or something where people are listening to you. I'm specifically hearing that people are going to be listening to you in some way, listening to, again, what you have to say, your music, the things that you're creating, whatever that might be. But part of your purpose here is to have some sort of voice or message that people want to follow, and it helps heal other people. So that's what we have right off the bat here. That's really beautiful. I'm getting this feeling of like being on stage for a lot of you. So whether that, again, be public speaking or being some kind of musician, I'm getting both of those energies from this, but utilizing your voice and having an audience where people are listening to you. And I just cannot believe how many creative sort of like piles we've been having in this reading so far. It's like so fun and so beautiful, but all of them have been unique in their own way. So let's dive into more. We also have release. You help other people move on and get through things. That is part of your purpose. You help people move on and get through things. And I feel like you have a very harmonious type of energy. People really like listening to you and they really enjoy your energy. Being around you makes other people feel good. It makes them feel like they belong, and it makes them feel like they can they can ascend and get past their problems. So whether it be the music that you create or the advice that you give, the message that you bring, or the energy that you bring to things, you just really help people ascend, and you help them get over whatever's bothering them. You help them have some sort of release to get beyond whatever it is that they're going through. You're able to really help them clear that and move forward. We also have ancestors. So part of your purpose is to also connect deep to something that maybe runs in the family, maybe a talent that runs in the family. Maybe you've had an ancestor that was some sort of musician or energy worker, somebody that was really good at giving advice or speaking or something like this. But there's a gift that you have that runs in the family, and you're meant to do something with it this lifetime. And I feel like you've been given a lot of gifts this lifetime, a lot of different talents and interests, things that kind of run in the family, but you've kind of like received a lot of those talents and gifts that other people within your family have had. We also have the sage. You are meant to help people clear negative energy. You are meant to help people release and let go of negative energy. I'm also getting a healer vibe, some kind of healer, healing energy. People like to be around you because they feel better to be around you, especially when they have problems. They feel like they can come to you and they don't feel judged by you. They just feel welcomed. They feel embraced. They feel like they can heal around you because they feel like they can be open with you. The sage is definitely about like clearing out negative energy. And I feel like something that you're doing, you're going to find your purpose through the ways in which you've helped yourself clear negative energy, the ways in which you've healed yourself. That's going to play a huge role in your purpose, and you're going to want to help other people do the same and have the same experience that you've had in your life when it came to your own healing journey. You're going to be bringing that to other people. We also have Goddess of the Moon. This is a very intuitive, very creative type of energy. You have a very intuitive, very creative energy. Goddess of the Moon is making me feel like this very powerful, feminine, creative, harmonious, melodic type of energy. It's also making me feel the healer energy as well. Being a healer, that's very connected to the lunar energies. You might also be somebody who finds themselves very creative at night. That's something else that I'm seeing here. Being very creative at night. All of a sudden you get your best ideas right when you're about to fall asleep, or right when you're supposed to be going to bed. All of a sudden you get a surge of energy, like, woo, it's like I feel like you're more of a night owl rather than a morning person, and maybe you fluctuated throughout your life, but I do feel like a lot of your creativity really tends to come out at night. We also have fifth chakra. There is your confirmation that your voice is your purpose. Your voice and your message is your purpose. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra. So part of your divine purpose, who you're meant to be, your destiny, is to use your voice this life. Speaking your message. Writing. Writing is also connected to the fifth chakra, by the way, because it's a type of communication. So you might also be interested in writing, creative writing, poetry, writing lyrics, making music, writing speeches, creating content where you're using your voice. Your voice is your tool this lifetime, and you're really meant to utilize that. We also have the card of envy. When this one comes up, you might have people that are very envious of your talents. I feel like you have certain talents that might be rare, and you might have interests that, not a lot of people have. And so this envy energy, we might have other people who are very envious or who look to us and really want to be in our shoes, or they think like, oh, you got it easy, you got a lucky break or something like that. And maybe we're like, no, we actually worked really hard for this, even if it doesn't look like it from the outside. And envy can also indicate that in our life, we've had certain idols that we really look up to, that we really want to be like. But one of your purposes is to realize that you have that same potential within you to also become that, to also do those things, to achieve those great things in your life. You already have that ability within you as well. So let's go ahead and see what else we get for you, my group 4s. What else do we have, my group 4s? My computer's going off with messages already. We also have the Page of Pentacles being reversed. There's a big message here from Spirit saying, do not give up on your dreams, even when it gets hard or even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. Because if you give up, then you're, of course, not going to get anywhere. But imagine you really want to write a book, okay? If you write a sentence a day, eventually that book is going to get done. Eventually you are going to have a book in your hands that you've written. So if you just don't give up, even when it gets hard, even when you get writer's block, even if you feel down, if you don't give up, you can make your dreams happen. And Spirit really wants to make that clear for you right now, group 4. Spirit really wants to make that clear. And your dreams might evolve over time as well. They might evolve in and morph and change and become more and more clear as you grow and as you discover who you really are. Your dreams might evolve, and through that, that's amazing and that's beautiful, but don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on what it is that you desire. Continue to follow that as it evolves and as it grows, because that's the only way to kind of get to your end goal. We also have 3 of Wands, so I do feel like you have some big dreams that you really want to get to. And 3 of Wands can also indicate that we are meant to travel, or we're meant to have like a very freedom type of lifestyle where we see a lot, we do a lot, accomplish a lot. Okay, let's see what else we get for you. We also have, there's a lot of cards that came out there. Okay, let's dive into it. So we have another Knight, it looks like. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming up as well. Yes, determination and dedication is going to be what gets you to your ultimate dream and desire. The ability to collaborate and work with other people. Although at the same time, I do feel like you are also very independent, but working with other people in some way, shape, or form is going to really help you bring everything together and put the finishing touches on your work and who you are and what you end up doing in the world. We also have Queen of Swords. There might be times where you have doubted your voice. There might be times where you've doubted your ability to create, or maybe you've had imposter syndrome and you're like, who am I to do this? Who's going to listen to me? Who's going to want to read what I've written? Who's going to want to, all of that. There's times where you've doubted that, but part of your purpose is to overcome that and to really truly believe in who you are. We also have Queen of Cups. Okay, you are so creative. You have so much to express. By allowing yourself to express and by really starting to utilize your gifts and to really work on your gifts as well, because maybe at times you've also doubted yourself because you're like, oh, I'm not naturally born with this talent. I have to really work at it. Who says that you can't work and build on that talent? Like, let's go and do it, because what I'm really seeing is that you're really emotionally connected to certain things and you can grow and build those talents. You can really do that, but we just have to push through those hard parts and to also see that you are just as capable. The people that you might be envious of, you're just as capable of creating all of that success and that abundance as well. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else we get for you, my group 4s. What else? Who are you meant to be? Your destiny and your purpose. What else do we have for you? Romance. Love is meant to be part of your life. You are meant to experience deep love and deep romance and deep passion. Romance can also indicate the passion that we have for life, the zest that we have for life. Let's see what else we get for you. We also have trust. Learning to trust in yourself, to trust in your gifts, to trust in your abilities, to also trust other people. Perhaps we've had different trust issues in our life when it came to other people. Maybe other people have let us down in certain things. Coming back to a feeling of trust and knowing when and how to trust people, knowing how to give people that trust, that's also part of your purpose. And to believe and trust in yourself and your own destiny. There's times where you might have doubted yourself. You are meant to trust yourself. And also truth is coming up. Finding the truth, speaking your truth. That's something else that I'm seeing here. And being that beacon of light where other people can trust because they believe in you, they believe in your message. And I feel like this all comes through your learning, how much you've learned through your life, and then what you can offer others. I'm getting a very creative energy of helping people release negativity, but in a creative way. In a creative way. So that is what we have here. My group number 4s. This was a little bit of a shorter reading in this one, but I feel like your purpose is really like, it's developing and it's up to you, but part of your purpose is to just truly use your voice. Your voice is the most important aspect of your purpose. Utilizing your voice in some way, shape, or form, learning how to really communicate, get your message across to help people, to help other people find their voice, to communicate. So I could see you working in something like music, for example, poetry, writing books, public speaking, being a therapist with helping other people find their voice, healing people through your words, your communication, your creativity, and your own expression, being able to listen to other people as well as part of your bigger purpose in life. So that is what we have here. That is your destiny. And I feel like I'm getting this message from Spirit. Like your destiny is meant to be more open for you. Like your clearest destiny is like, yes, healing people, helping people find the highest, greatest, best version of themselves by utilizing more of your voice, your communication, and listening. Your purpose is through that, but you can take so many different avenues with that. But that's what your soul came here to do. That's what your soul came here to create and learn from and experience this lifetime. I'm getting a heavy feeling of music is going to be very important to you, maybe on a personal level, or it's something that you are creating. And being recognized for your message, for your voice. That's what's coming through the most strongly. I could also see you being a teacher of some kind and utilizing your voice to teach and help others in that sense as well. That's also another aspect that I'm getting in this. And to give off this essence of passion with what it is that you do, and also experiencing passion and romance and beauty in your life as well. So that's what we have here, my group number 4s. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video all about your purpose, your destiny, and your passion. I'm sending you so much love. I also wanted to mention that we did come out with totally brand new bracelets on LunaGem. We have this new satellite bracelet design, and we have Angel Aura Quartz now, which is like my favorite crystal ever. It's so powerful in so many ways, and I hand make these bracelets with authentic gemstones. I make them according to your wrist size so that they fit you perfectly, and I also make them with gold fill, which makes them tarnish free. You can wear them in water. I wear mine literally in the shower, the ocean, everything, and they will not tarnish because they're made with super high quality gold fill, which is still affordable and all of that. So the information for that will be linked down below. I also sell different crystals and things like that. So if you want to get any like crystal healing type of stuff, if you're into that, all the information will be linked down below for all of that. And thank you again so much for joining me here today. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number 5s, let's go ahead and find out what your purpose is this lifetime, who you're meant to be, and your destiny. All right, my group 5s, this is a very fun reading. We have Odyssey and Empath as your 2 different cards. A message that I'm getting for you right off the bat is that your soul came here with a very like open-ended contract. If you're somebody who, if you know about like soul contracts or soul blueprints, things like that, when we're a soul, before we incarnate as a human, we kind of have a certain plan of what we want to do, what we want to create, what we want to manifest and learn in this lifetime. And some blueprints are very specific, and some blueprints are more vague and more open and more just like, let me just experience being a human. And then some people have a more specific blueprint to follow. For you though, oh my goodness, my group 5s, if you were drawn to this pile, your soul came here with a very open-ended blueprint. Your blueprint this lifetime is so open to where you are like just here to manifest, learn, and experience anything that you want to. Your soul did not come here specifically to like I'm gonna specifically do this and specifically do this. You have such an open-ended contract where you can like kind of manifest, explore, wander, do your own thing, and learn your own kind of stuff. And that's actually really fun and really exciting. So Odyssey here is very full of adventure. It's full of exploration. So you get to explore anything that you want. You get to have a very simple lifestyle if you want. You can have a very extravagant, big, grandiose lifestyle if you want. You can have anything in the in-between, because your soul came here with just more of an open-ended, like, let me just see what my human body wants to experience once I come to Earth. Let's just see what they want. And that's really fun. And I feel like your soul also, specifically in your blueprint, what I'm seeing is that you wanted to experience as much as possible in your lifetime when it comes to the beauty, the love, the exploration. Like, you might be into travel, or you might be into just having some form of adventure with loved ones and creating a life that's full of love, full of emotion, feeling. Like this empath card, it says feel, relate, understand, console. You are a very kind soul, and what I'm seeing in here is like your relationships are going to be incredibly important to you this lifetime, and your soul is attracted to connecting with people, even if that may be just a few set of, a small group of friends and a divine partner and things like that, or it might be bigger and you might want to like really like connect with a larger group of people. But for the most part, what I'm feeling for you is like there's a certain amount of people that you really want to connect with. I think you are meant to be with your soulmate this lifetime, and you are meant to find a beautiful relationship that you create total beauty with, because you're here to feel, you're here to relate, to understand, to console. And you might also attract relationships where people really want your nurturing. They really want your empathy and your kindness, because I feel like you're a very nurturing type of soul, and other people are really attracted to that, especially if they're going through a hard time. They're really attracted to your ease, your essence, your love, your kindness, your genuity. Like, you just have this genuine essence to you that people really love and they're really attracted to. So you're meant to celebrate, you're meant to have fun, you're meant to connect with other people. That's what your soul came here for. Your soul came here to explore anything that it desires to explore this lifetime. Let's go ahead and dive into more cards. We also have versatility. There you go. There's another confirmation. Your soul came here with a very versatile, open blueprint. You're meant to have fun. You're meant to explore. You're meant to do pretty much anything that you desire to do. So when it comes to your purpose, maybe you're watching this video and you're like, wait, but I want more of a clear purpose. If you want clarity, the clarity that you're going to find for your purpose is within yourself. Ask yourself, what do I want to experience this lifetime? Don't wait for somebody else to tell you what you're meant to experience. Ask yourself, what do I want? Because your soul came here with an open blueprint. You get to create your own story, which all of us, to a degree, get to create absolutely our own story. We're not bound by our blueprints. We're not bound by things. There are certain, when we're born with a certain astrology and things like that, that's our autopilot mind. Your blueprint is your autopilot soul. But all of us get to transform and create consciously whatever we desire. So for you, again, you have a more open blueprint, which might feel confusing in your early years, because you might be wondering, like, what is my purpose? I don't feel a very strong purpose. Or maybe you do. Maybe it's through that empathy, that love, and things like that. But I noticed that a lot of people, when they have a more open blueprint, they can sometimes get stuck in like I don't feel like I have a very clear purpose. I don't know what it is. But it's because you came here just to experience. You get to decide so openly whatever that might be for you. So what are you interested in, my love? Because you get to build that right now. We also have the pillar card. So this is connected to angel number 11 or 111. Or 1111, that might be your special number, and you might notice that that number follows you a lot for some of you, but even if not, this is still relevant. The pillar indicates walking through whatever door that you want. you get to walk through any door. Okay? You have that versatility. We also have surrendering to the experiences of life. You can also do this, and different experiences are just going to find you and come to you. But you get to have fun in whatever it is that you build. We also have contract. So again, your soul contract is coming up, and your soul contract is very unique. You also might be somebody who's really interested in, I'm getting the feeling of marriage from this card, like you're meant to be married. You're meant to kind of like sign a marriage contract and then be married. You also might get interested in politics at some point in your lifetime and interested in balancing things out and finding out what's fair. And I feel like you're a deep thinker, and you often think about ways in which you can bring more fairness, more equality to the world, more kindness, more ease. I feel like you're a big empath. You have a really big heart. I'm also seeing you're possibly going to do charity work in your lifetime. Maybe you already have, but I do feel like you're going to get interested in that in some point in your life, like building schools, like, you know, in areas where their economy and infrastructure isn't there, you know, going there and helping create sustainable farms, sustainable food, sustainable other things. Like, I feel like that's something that you're going to get interested in, is doing things from the goodness of your heart, doing kind of like charity work and helping people in that way. And I feel like when it comes down to your career, I feel like some of you could also choose to like not have a career and kind of be a homemaker. Others, you might choose to, again, like do charity work or do something on a grand scale. Like, I feel like you could have anything of the in-between. Like, you're just such an open soul this lifetime. Anxiety is also coming up. So this is something that I feel like you are meant to overcome. You're meant to overcome feelings of anxiety. Usually a lot of empaths do experience a lot of anxiety. And I also feel like you're meant to console and comfort other people. So you might get interested in like psychology, or you might get interested in therapy or other things to where you could help other people heal. You might be really interested in healing. You might be really interested in, helping people find balance, to help people feel, understand. You're really good at consoling other people. So some of you might get interested in working in medicine. Some of you might get interested in working in healing, getting interested in working with just helping other people feel good, whether that be down to a homemaker or having a bigger kind of career and job and things like that. So next card that we have the Thinking Woman. This is someone who is very interested in learning, very interested in diving deep into wisdom and discovering. So one thing that I'm feeling from this is you might be interested in taking courses, going to school for something, getting a big degree, definitely getting like big degree in something. You might get interested in that at some point in your life. Or this could even be like being self-taught in something as well, like being very interested in a myriad of different topics, such as you're going to read a lot and discover a lot and know a lot because that you just are interested. You're an interested person. We also have the 6th chakra, which is the third eye. So the third eye is part of your purpose, which is being a visionary, having a vision for the world, a vision that you would love to implement, that you would love to create. And I feel like you are that type of person. Like, you have a very clear vision of what you want, and you can see where other people are blind, and you're able to like solve problems maybe better than other people are. And even if at times you do feel blocked in that sense, even if at times you're kind of like overwhelmed and you're like, I don't know what the best option is, like, you're always somebody, you're like really good and equipped at finding what that is, even if it's challenging at times. We also have strategy. I'm getting this feeling like you are incredibly good at like learning, figuring things out, and like, if you're interested in a topic, you are so good at learning it, and you're very fast at learning it. Like, if you go to school for something, if you're interested in the topic, you're so quick at like learning it and figuring it out. And I also feel like you're just an incredibly smart and wise person as well. So let's go ahead and see what else we get for you. What else do we have? My group 5s. What else is your purpose, your destiny, who you're meant to be? 5 of Pentacles. Yes. Oh my God, I'm getting charity work again. Charity work and also helping people overcome hardship and hard times. I feel like you are so amazing at helping people feel better. If people are going through a hard time, I feel like you're the type of person that you know exactly what to do, what to say, how to re-inspire people, how to pick them back up. And I think it's because you've had to do that for yourself. And because you've had to do that for yourself, you know very well like how other people are feeling. Again, you're an empath, so of course you're really good at telling how other people feel. And you're really good at helping, again, pick people back up when they're down, helping people see how they can improve, the strategy that they can use in their life to improve. I feel like you would be a really good parent. I feel like you'd be an incredibly good like healer. I feel like you'd be so good at that. And I'm definitely getting the feeling like some of you might get inclined to become like a nurse, a doctor, or to work in medicine, or to work in therapy, or to work as a healer, like an energy healer, or any of this. Like I'm really getting that sort of sense from this group. Because you have this genuine desire to help people, which is again why I also feel like you're probably going to get into charity work at some point in your life. We also have the Emperor. This lifetime, I also feel like you're meant to find prosperity and abundance through the work that you're doing. And you're also meant to feel very proud of yourself. You are meant to like get to a good place in your life where you're like, wow, I'm like so proud of what I've done, what I've accomplished. 2 of Wands is also showing up. Expansion. You're meant to expand and to look beyond. I feel like you just have this sort of like a lot of options in your life. A lot of options where it's like, oh, I could move like really far away, or I could even stay where I am. It's like you have all of these options, but you're also meant to really like expand, or at least help other people expand, because you're so good at like helping others. You're so good at relating to other people. We also have Page of Cups. This is the card of the empath, sharing your empathic gifts. You're also very unique. You're very unique, and you might have a lot of like unique qualities about you, to the point where maybe in the past you were afraid of getting judged by other people because you were so unique. You do stand out, and perhaps that made you afraid of being judged, or made you afraid of being fully yourself. But you have a lot of creativity, and you're meant to utilize that creativity. You are meant to be really unique and eccentric and stand out and be different than other people. You are so meant for that. So part of your purpose is to also be proud of that, to own that. And we also have the 6 of Pentacles. Again, we have a card that's about charity work, giving back to other people, and accepting help from others too. You might have people in your life that really want to help take care of you, that want to give to you because you are such a giving person. You're so giving that you're going to have other people that want to take care of you, that want to give back to you. And at the same time, this is very like reciprocative karmically. You're supposed to give and receive this lifetime. And every time that you give, you will also receive in other ways. Like if you give a lot emotionally, empathically, you're also meant to receive that back in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Let's see what else we have for you. My group 5s, your purpose, your destiny, this lifetime. What else do we get for you? Ooh, that card was wanting to come out. Friendship. So the people in your life are going to be incredibly important to you, and they are also massively part of your purpose as well. So the friends that you make, the people that you connect with. And I also feel like you're the type of person, you can make friends really easily because you have that very empathic sense about you. You have a very calming presence. People feel very safe around you. They feel safe to be themselves, and that's part of your gifts. You have such a gift to make people feel comfortable. Oh, it's such an amazing gift. Reading this, I'm like, I want to be your friend, group number 5. Like, this is so beautiful, and you're such a like a sweet-hearted person. I feel like I can feel your soul and your heart through this video, and it's just very sweet and very loving, very nurturing. We also have authenticity and psychic protection. I feel like you're also a very protective person, and perhaps some of you might even get into like environmentalism because you're just interested in preserving, protecting, making sure things are fair, equal, good in the world. Like, that's part of your purpose, is to kind of just like make things good and to be proud of what you're doing. And part of your purpose is to also show up with a very authentic voice, to be authentic with yourself. So if at times you've ever felt like, oh, I shouldn't want that, I shouldn't need that, or if you deny aspects of yourself, that is not part of your purpose. You are meant to show up authentically and think like, okay, what is it that I really want to experience this lifetime? What do I really want to do? And it's about going out there and creating that, following that authenticity, not denying any aspects of yourself. To protect yourself as well, you know, and to be like a safe haven for other people, to feel safe, to open up, to feel protected by you. Yeah, I mean, many people, I feel like you would make such a good parent, because again, everything that's coming up here is just so protective, nurturing, it's truthful, it's honest, it's safe. Right? You have this sort of safe energy about you, and I definitely getting the energy that you would just be such a great parent. And the world is very thankful to have you, because you give back in ways that are so beautiful. I can see you really being like a beautiful light to this world, and just a lot of great energy that you have. Doing things from the kindness of your heart, all of that. That is what we have here, my group number 5s. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video. That is all about who you are, your purpose, who you're meant to be this lifetime. I'm sending you so much love. And also, if you are interested, we just came out with brand new types of bracelets. This is Angel Ore Quartz, which is my absolute favorite. So if you're interested in crystal jewelry, I hand make beaded bracelets with authentic gemstones. I make them according to your wrist size, and I make them with gold fill, which gold fill is a type of plating process where there's a much thicker plating of gold, which makes it affordable because it's not as expensive as like solid gold, but it also doesn't tarnish. You can wear it in water, you can wear it in the shower, and it looks and feels like actual real gold because it is plated with real gold. But again, it's gold fill, so it's much higher quality. It does not tarnish, and it's still affordable, which is amazing. So all the information for that will be linked down below. I also sell different crystals for crystal healing if you're into that as well. And my website will be linked down below in the description box and the comment box in case you are interested in that. And again, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, bye.